I think we've been working on that, basically first with the buildings themselves. We realized we had a new Superintendent Nelson at the time, that when we went out for that bond referendum, it was important that everybody feel like they were, getting something from this, and that we needed to look at if there was a need, not just giving things to people. And that's what we did. We are working very hard of getting more and more technology in all of our schools. And I'm sure people perceive that, but I know as a school board in the district, we're really looking at sharing all the technology that we have. And in any new building, you wouldn't put in old technology. I mean, you put in what's current. And so we're still continuing to, I remember, I think this was, 4 or 5 years ago, I remember the very first smart board in some of our elementaries that I went to visit, because 3M had given, wanted to give an elementary, a junior high, and high school, and they were all of our older schools. And so I went in and watched them, and it was very new and exciting at the time. So.
Well, maybe for some of our audience who don't know what a smart board is,
okay.
It's all capital letters, but it basically means a blackboard it operates very much like a giant computer, because it is a reflection of a computer desktop.
And there's so many things you can do. That you can have like classroom conversations. It's like a whiteboard, but it's electronic, and you can touch it. You can put up maps. People can draw, and so it uses all those types of learning styles for kids, of kinesthetic, of visual, of auditory. So it sort of meets all the needs for kids to learn. So. Well, first of all, we are probably financially one of the most fiscally prudent, frugal school districts in the metro area. We've won awards in the last 3 years. We're so far better off than other school districts in our area. We even don't think now, because they are delaying our payment, it's like you work this year and you get paid for this year next year. That's sort of the equivalent of that. And so it's hard on a lot of school districts, and a lot will have to borrow money and pay interest on that. A lot of them do that now, even before they happen. We've never done that, and we will, we look that we'll never have to do that. So first of all, we're in a really good shape, and we always look at staying away from the classroom first. And so that's why Superintendent Nelson, I think, was very thoughtful. He wanted to make sure we trimmed some things. Not that we have much fat. I mean, if you look at our rankings in the metro area, we put our money into classroom, and we don't have, even though people think we have an awful lot of administrators, we don't as compared. I mean, we're at the bottom, like 3%, something like that. Of 48, I think we're 46. So we always look at keeping the money in the classroom first, and not affecting kids as much as possible. So we'll have to look and see what they suggest and talk about it. It's always good to get input. I learned so much from what's actually going in the schools by having lived here so long. People know me, feel comfortable talking to me. I mean, it's always good, because we all need to work together to when we add things and when we have to take things away. But I look at how it will affect every student, I should say, and looking at achievement and meeting the needs of every kid. So that's where I look first.